Hello, my dear students. ಆತ್ಮೀಯ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳೇ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿದೆ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್. This terminology is not new to us. So to be frankly speaking, so this terminology is not new to all of us. Even a layman also can understand what is the function of internet, what is the functionality of the internet, and how we have to browse and how we can enter into the internet world. So everybody knows, knowingly, unknowingly, everybody aware about this terminology. ಈ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಹೊಸದು ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ it is very important terminology, so very popularly known to everyone. So I am requesting everybody, all the students, those who are aspirants to MCA, Master of Computer Applications, so those who are going to appear for the PGCET to take the admission in MCA, please join the live classes which are on the application. Also it is available. Download the applications from the Android Play Store, and directly you can join so live sessions on the YouTube also. Okay. If you come across any difficulties, so you can ask me by just clicking on this comment. So pass the comments so we can answer to your queries. So now let us begin with this definition of what is internet. What is the internet? So here, may I tell you this, there are two terms togetherly it is joined in the internet. Inter means, so there are so many things are there availability. There are so many things which we can connect together. So many computers, so many devices, so many things we can bring it to one particular platform. Okay, one particular platform. What is internet? Here in this diagram you will come to know that, so what exactly it is and how it is functioning. Here there are so many devices are connected, that all devices are interconnected. All the devices which are capable to send the information and which are also capable to receive the information. It is two-way communications. So bidirectional. So in both the directions you can have the communications. What is communication? Communication is nothing but it is the channel provided for the transfer as well as receive the data. Transfer and receive the data or the information. It is just a simple word. Okay. Communication is the nothing but it is a channel, it is a path, it is a line, it is a group of lines, a group of conductors, group of conductors. So this is going to provide you a path, it is a way, it is a channel through which you can transfer the data, you can simultaneously receive the data. The data is nothing but it is a collection of information. Okay, so in both the way you can do this kind of job, transferring as well as receiving the data. But inter means, you might have heard the name international cricket match. International cricket match. International cricket match means, so there are so many nationals are involved in playing the cricket match. So there are so many nationals, so many countries. Between one country and the other country, the cricket match, if it is going, so that will be called as an international. So here there will be one more terminology I can use. So that is intranational. Intranational. Intra means within the national. It may be if between the two different states of country. Okay, is it clear? The terminology inter and intra, and this is between the two different computers, between the two different devices, communications devices. So the interaction or transactions or the transfer or receiving the data will take place. So that is called an internet. This is internet. The definition of internet is a global system of interconnected, a global system of interconnected. Global, this is not local. It is not within one particular specified limit of city or a state or a country. So it is a global, it is worldwide system of interconnected computers. So here this computer may be in Belgium, and this computer may be in India, and this computer may be in US, this may be in UK or Germany or somewhere else. All the globally, all the systems, all the computers are going to be connected to a particular system using a standardized internet protocol. Internet protocol. Internet protocol. This in short called as IP. Internet protocol. My dear students, protocol is nothing but it is a set of rules. Protocol is nothing but it is a set of rules. There are some rules are there. Suppose I want to go to buy a electric switchboard. So where there will be one switch, there will be a socket. Okay, I want to make an extension in my house so that I can operate this switchboard for my computer or a laptop to get connected with this. Okay, so this I am going to connect over here. Suppose I will get a socket where this is provided for an earthing and these two are for different amperes, different current ratings. So here, suppose there is a distance between these two holes is a 2 centimeter. If there is a distance between the two holes where the connection is going to be, I am going to get it. So that is a 2 centimeter, and my plug which has a 2.1 centimeter between the two, in this my plug, so which is from this computer. So if this distance is 2.1 centimeter, so then I am not able, or it is this plug is not going to get insert in the given socket. Is it clear? So here there will be mismatch in the ratings, mismatch in the plug and the socket. So this is a male plug and this is a female socket. So where I am going to insert it, but that is not possible because of there is a difference of 0.1 centimeter or 0.1 mm or 0.2 mm, whatever the difference. The electrical manufacturers, they should follow some standards. Okay, so whoever is going to manufacture these type of plugs, they should look after the standard. So if it is 2 centimeter, they have to follow all the manufacturers, whether it is a Elmec or a Bajaj or Tata or any other manufacturer, they should follow the standards. And those who are manufacturing the sockets or switches, they also should follow the some standards so that they should get compatible. The compatibility should be there so that the user should not face any trouble in inserting the plug into the socket. Okay? Yes? Is it clear? So now let us discuss about this internet protocol. This internet protocol is nothing but it is a set of rules for connecting the network. So what should be the criteria to get followed by all the internet service providers? So there must be some rules, some standard. So that is what it is written here, a global system of interconnected computers. All the computers are going to get connected to transfer the data or to receive the data between them using a standardized internet protocol suite for communication and sharing information is called internet. Is it clear? The definition of a internet. What is internet? Now simple definition is the large group of millions of computers around the world are all connected to. Millions of computers in this huge world which is going to get connected through some set of rules, under the rules, some law is going to get implemented on this, how to use and how to get connected one computer with another computer. So that is a simplest definition of this internet. So what is internet? Here the computer is connected, here mobile is connected, here some device, here some device, here some storage devices are connected. So all it is get connected to one particular network, and where you can have the transfer and receive of the data or informations. Okay, is it clear? Now see what is the history. So here this history It shows you the history and evolution of the internet. So what was the beginning and when it was began that internet operations worldwide? The first development was the introduction of the host to host network interactions. Host to host. What does it mean, host? Host means the person who is going to invite the people for any party to organize. Okay? The person who is going to invite someone, or in this computer terminology, this host is nothing but it is a computer or any other device which is capable to transfer the data or receive the data, which is capable to have data information to transfer or receive. So this is called as a host. So here the very first time, so the American company, the American Department of Defense, US, so they have started with host to host, means between one computer to another computer, so they have connected through some means. One computer is connected with another computer. From one computer information, the another computer informations can be shared or have communications. So here this under some rules, so internet protocol suit for communication and sharing the information. Okay, so introduction of host to host network interactions. This was first observed in ARPANET in 1969. Okay, so almost 55 years back. So the Department of Defense, for their privacy in the defense, so they have started. So that was developed by Advanced Research Projects Agency. So in short, it is called as an APRA. Okay, so it was one of the first general usage of the computer network. So the network, it was a local network, so which called it as a LAN, local area network. Later on, so it has enhanced to the metropolitan area network MAN, and then it was become a worldwide WAN. There was some rules and regulations for LAN, how many meters the computers can have interactions between them, and how to get connected a bigger city like metropolitan cities. So under these rules, and how that worldwide, globally, all the computers are going to get connected under one particular rule, which is called as an internet protocol. Okay, so this was the brief history about this evolution, about this internet. Now, let me explain about the different ways to connect to internet. So what are the different ways? What are the different means how we are going to connect the computers? How the transformation of the data will take place? So let us see one by one. So there is a first one is a dial-up. You must be remembering how does dial-up, so this terminology we used to hear during the beginning of the telephone lines. Okay, Abraham Bell, who is the founder of the telecommunications. So from one telephone, one location to another locations, how the voice gets transmitted and received. Okay, the dial-up, in such connections, users are required to link their phone lines to computers. If there is a computer and if this computer is going to get connected directly to a telephone line, the telephone line, the telephone service providers will drag a line, a cable to a particular house for talking purpose. We are going to use this telephone line for receiving a voice calls and transmitting the voice calls. The same line, if it is get connected with this computer, so then here there were three different types of communications. Three different types of communication will take place. Different types of communication. Three different types of communications. My dear students, what these three different types of communications? One is called as a simplex communication. Simplex. The name itself indicates it is a very simple one. Okay? Simplex communications. Now the second one is half duplex. The third one is a full duplex. Half duplex, full duplex. So let me explain this one first. Dial-up. In such connections, users are required to link their phone line to computer. Just it is a simple connections. But here there is a drawback. There is a demerit, disadvantage. What that disadvantage is? It is going to get connected to the internet, to access the internet, but under this connection, the user cannot make or receive phone calls through their home phone services. That internet connection is get connected to your computer. So here, this telephone line, you are going to get connected to your personal computer for sending or receiving some informations. But during that period of communication, your phone will not receive any information, or through phone you cannot make any calls. That is it was the problem at the beginning of the internet evolutions. Okay, is it clear? So that is nothing but it is a simplex type of communication. The communication will take place in one direction. Okay? Communication will take place in one direction. So this is the direction. When you are using this cable, this cable for communication, it shows you only one direction, unidirection, one direction. Because your cable gets engaged with transformation and receiving the data or information. It gets engaged, where you are not going to superimpose on that same line your voice for talking and listening any kind of information. So that is not allowed in this case. Simplex. Next comes half duplex, where you can transfer the data from one host to another host, and you can receive also the data. You can receive the data also, but in half duplex there is another demerit, another disadvantage which is not acceptable, but during those days it was acceptable because this half duplex was better than simplex kind of communication. Okay. Now, half duplex at one time, suppose this is the computer 1 and this computer 2, the computer 1, if it is transferring the data, during that time this computer 2 should not supposed to transmit the data at the same time. The line gets engaged for one kind of communication. If transferring the data, it will accept the data only in one line. If this computer 1 stops sending the data to the computer 2, so then this computer 2 will be able to transfer the data from 2 to 1. So that is nothing but it is a half duplex communication type. Okay, is it clear? Yes. Now let us discuss about this full duplex. Half duplex has got advantages over simplex. Full duplex, again it has got advantages over the half duplex. In half duplex, only one communication will take place, one-way communication. If the communications transferring the data from 1 to 2, so then 2 to 1, it is not acceptable and that cannot be permittable in that communications line. Now, so this half becomes full duplex. Now what will happen here? Full duplex. Just imagine, in full duplex, 1 to 2 is also permissible and 2 to 1, so that is also permissible. It is because what will happen here, the bandwidth of the transformation channel has got increased or enhanced. Okay. Dial-up. So here during the transformation you cannot make a call or receive calls. But here that is improved from the dial-up to this broadband, provided either through cable or phone companies. Broadband is a high speed internet connection which is widely used today. The broadband, the same line has got the different partitions. Okay. So how that partition? So just think about, this is the line. So dial-up was, this was the line. So either you can send the data or you can receive the data, or both way you can do in a broadband. Now the bandwidth is changed. Now it has got many slots over here. So this is your broadband. It is a high speed internet. So here you can put it your voice calls in this band. In this band you can put it some videos, some graphics and so on. So here, so there are so many slots are available in a broad width. Bandwidth is increased or enhanced for communications between the two hosts. Okay. So now broadband has got lot of advantages over dial-up. Then wireless connections. Now it is in the market. So what is exactly? So this wireless means, so this is without wire. So there is no wire in the communication, without wire. So this broadband as well as a dial-up required phone lines or wired communication. Now it is replaced with without wire, wireless. So there are so many things are there under this wireless connections. Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity, and mobile service providers fall under this category. Is it clear? Now this wireless connections, Wi-Fi and mobile service providers fall under this category. Internet connectivity is made via radio waves. So there are many wave bands, microwaves, radio waves, and so many are there in a band of waves. So via radio waves and the internet can be connected anywhere irrespective of the locations. Given below are few examples of wireless connections. Okay, so what are the examples? Let us see. Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity or Wi-Fi allows high speed internet connectivity without the use of wires. The name itself indicates there is a no wire for communications. Without the wire, in the form of radio waves, it is going to get transmitted. Okay. The next one is a mobile phones. All smartphones now equipped with option of internet facility. So there will be a mobile data. Okay. So there will be a connections. There will be a router present in that. In all smart telephones, all smart mobiles, so there will be a router. So there will be a modem. What is modem? Modulation, demodulation, which in the previous class I have discussed about this modem. Okay. Now, mobile phones, all smartphones are now equipped with an option for internet connectivity which can be availed using internet vouchers or packs. So the companies are selling either through different vouchers or packs. So they will be selling 1 GB for 100 rupees or 200 rupees 10 GB. So likewise, so no external connection or wires are required for these telephone lines. So telephone, mobiles. Okay. So mobiles, it can be a carryable. So you can take it. It is a portable device. It is a communication device. So through which you can communicate, you can send informations as what you want. Okay. Connections or wire is required over here. So the next Wi-Fi. So next wireless connection is a satellite connections. Where broadband connections are unavailable, satellites are used for wireless internet connectivity. So here wireless internet connectivity, satellites are going to be used directly, and this facility will be given by the Defense Department, Department of Defense, because our soldiers, so they will be fighting in the borders of the country, so where sometimes they don't get the network through that tower of the different internet service providers. So ISPs, internet service providers. So where that facility will be given to our soldiers. So directly their device can be connected to the satellite. Okay, uplink and downlink facility will be provided for them, uplink and downlink. Okay, so they can have the communications directly through the satellite, means wire through the satellites. So they will send their informations to the satellite, and the satellite to its downlink to the device where they want to communicate. Okay, so that is nothing but it is a satellite kind of communications, where broadband connections are unavailable, which are not available in some of the deserts, some of the areas where some of the mobile jammers, so they will install to disconnect the communications of the soldiers. Okay, some of the conspiracy will be going on to make the soldiers not to get connected among them. So the government is going to give them facilities to use the satellite phones. So where if it is network is not available, the satellites are used for wireless internet connectivity. So integrated service digital network ISDN allows user to send audio, video, data using a telephone lines. That also facilities. It was a older facility. So through the telephone devices, we used to communicate, we used to send the messages, voice messages or the video messages. So that facility was there. So it is under this wireless connections. So let us see the next. Internet connection protocols. Protocol is nothing but it is a set of rules. So what are the different set of rules? Protocols are set of rules that help in governing the way in which any particular body or technology works. So how it is going to be work between the different connectivities. Okay. So among this, so it is divided into the major 4 types. One is a TCP IP network model, transmission control protocol. It is in short call it as a TCP, and internet protocol IP are the most widely used protocols for connecting networks. It divides any message into a series of packets which are sent from the source to the destination. Suppose this is a source, the destination, it is going to be sent, so through some set of rules. Okay, so it is following the protocols. File transfer protocol, so which in short FTP. Program files, multimedia files, text files, documents, etc. can be transferred from one device to another using file transfer protocol. So there are different protocols are there. So we have to follow the rules of those protocols. And then next one is HTTP. So that is hypertext transfer protocol, HTTP. So this protocol used for transferring a hypertext from one device to 2 or more devices, HTML mark language, hypertext mark language. So this is nothing but it is a language, so for creating a links, and these links are going to be in the form of a text or images. Okay, so there will be a link provided. As you know that, so for this live session, there will be one link provided to you. So just you have to click on that particular link, either in the form of an image or a text or some numbers. So you will get linked to this particular session. Okay, so this kind of a protocol where you are using this hypertext transfer protocol. So there will be one more which is also popularly known, that is Telnet, is a protocol applied to log into the remote computers for the internet. Remote computers which is somewhere kept, so you need to connect that computer, you want to communicate with that kind of computers. So telnet is going to be useful for such applications. Now, the internet is often considered the information highway. So this is a big highway where so many slots are available, so many paths are available, so many lines are available. As what we are going to see, that is a six lane highway, 3 lanes, service lanes, and this side 3 lanes, service lanes. Okay, so 10-lane highway. So there are so many lanes are available in the highway. So the same terminology it is used here for this internet. Internet is often considered this is the information highway. Okay, so there is a straight and clear way of obtaining information. Obtaining information, there is a clear way. Okay, so it will be very easy to communicate. So it connects thousands, millions of computer networks. Not only thousands, millions of computers. So globally it is connected following this internet protocol. Each device connected to the internet is known as the host, or it is an independent device. My computer is also a host, so through which I am going to communicate you. So through which I am going to broadcast this class. It is possible because of the internet. If you don't have internet in your device, if internet is low, so we are not capable to communicate with each others. Now, so key points to remember for such type of internet: each device connected to the internet is identified by the unique IP or internet protocol address. Okay, every device has got its own identification number. Every device. Even I am standing here at this particular location of the world map. Okay, just imagine. So this is a world, global. So here I am standing on this particular location. So this has got one particular identification in the map. If you look at this globally, the map, you just open the map and search. So where this Rio Academy or Rio classes are going on, so that location is a unique in this universe. Okay, so this is not repeated somewhere in the other part of the country or something else. Okay, so this every device has got its identification identified by a unique IP or internet protocol address, which is coded and which is written. Address is a unique set of numbers. So here one example is given. So in this way. Okay, so this is coded number. So for each and every device it has got a unique code. So that identifies the computer locations. Okay, so to locate that computer, where it is there, where it is, from where it is transferring the data, or from where it is receiving the data, so that can be identified by the internet protocol address. Internet protocol address, IP address in short, IP address. A special computer domain name server. So the same thing can be named with the company's name. So such as a Rio Academy, it has got its own website by its name. Okay, either by name. Domain name server is employed to provide a name to the IP address. So IP address is written in terms of digits. Okay. So the same thing you can rename with, so this DNS, domain name server, that the user can trace a computer by name. Okay, by name also you can trace. Suppose I want to call you, one person, if I want to call, by his name I can search, or by a telephone number I am going to dial up in my mobile. Okay, for example, the DNS server will be resolve a name. So here the example given is www dot abcd. So this is a general I have taken. So general name abcd or xyz or Rio Academy, Rio classes or any other name to a particular IP address to uniquely recognize the computer on which the website is hosted. Okay. So next, the internet is available to every user across the globe. So it is common term. So everybody knows this, knowingly, unknowingly, everybody is using this internet. ISP, internet service provider, or internet service provider helps the user to connect to the internet from home to office via landlines. Although with introduction of broadband and Wi-Fi connectivity to the internet has gone wireless. Okay. So if the telephone line is being used to access the internet facility through an internet service provider, so then through a modem or through a router, so you are going to broadcast through wireless. So that is Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity. So you are using without a wire. A web browser is a software application used for obtaining information on the World Wide Web. Some of the commonly used webs are Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, etc. So there are many service providers, and this web browsers also available to use. Now, internet services. So here, internet services enables us to access the tremendous amount of information such as text, graphics, sound, software over the internet. Some of the internet services are as follows. What are the different services? A communication services, information retrieval services, web services, World Wide Web. So this is what we are using in the internet, that is domain server name, DNS. In the DNS we are using, so this name www.abcd.org.in or .com or something else. Okay. So based on the requirements, World Wide Web offers way to reach documents, text, graphics, audio, video, hyperlinks, etc. spread over several servers over the internet. Okay. So this how it is. Internet services are available. Video conferencing for video and audio transmission with the help of telecommunication technologies. Already have discussed about this telecommunication technologies, a transmitter and the receiver, how the modem modulation and demodulation will take place in the communications. So through that, so you can have that video conferencing. Let us learn some important terms related to the internet. Okay. So there are some important terminologies we must know, because it is going to ask you in the objective type questions. These terminologies means you have to click on that the particular answer. WW means it is a World Wide Web. This is what we call the web. It is a collection of information. It is a collection of information, data, videos, pictures, multimedia, etc. on the internet. It is all linked together through the World Wide Web. Okay. Suppose I want to search anything in the web browser like Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or Internet Explorer. So if I want to search something else, so then I will type either DNS or any IP address or any other websites, so which all it is under this WW, World Wide Web. Web is nothing but it is a network. Okay, so it is connected all the different computers in the same line. Okay, so this computer may be connected to this and this computer may be connected to this, this is connected to this here, so there will be connections between this and this. It is just like a spider web. How a spider web looks like? So it is, so in this it looks like a very entangled threads like structure. Okay, so thread like a structure, it is nothing but it is a web, spider web. Okay, so the same name, it has been used for this also, World Wide Web. URL, it stands for Universal Resource Locator. It is going to locate the resource. This is a link that connects to the user to the remote locator on the World Wide Web. It is basically a link to the website. Okay, so sometimes we used to get a link on our WhatsApp or any social media where we need not to type anything, just we have to click on that link. It gets linked to the particular website or any video or anything else. It is basically a link to website which open when you click on this URL, Universal Resource Locator. Okay, is it clear? Now, host means, already we have discussed, any computer or device that is used to transfer the data. Okay, now my computer, my laptop, which I am using as a host, now through which, so I am broadcasting this live class, and you are capable to receive my class, and you can also communicate with me through the internet facility given in your mobiles or laptop or computers. So IP address, we already discussed, it is an internet protocol address which is a unique number given for each and every device which is capable to transfer the data or receive the data. Okay, so it is a 4 number between 0 and 255. So here there are 4 numbers separated by a dot. So this is an example of IP address. Okay, is it clear? Now see that, so how it is connected at one particular figure, so you can understand better. So what it is here, so here, so this is a web client, so this is web client, so these are all our hosts. So Mac operating system, this is personal digital assistant, as laptop or any PC personal computer, which all it is connected to this internet. So internet, if you go into the 70s era, so then, so the simplex was there to connect to this internet, simplex type communication, one-way communication, and it was capable of only sending the informations. During the sending or receiving, only one kind of transmission or reception. So you cannot use your telephone lines for voice transmission or reception. Okay, simplex, half duplex we have studied, and the full duplex also we have studied. So during this type of communications. Okay, so these all are web clients. Web client typically refers to the web browser in the user's machine or mobile device. User machine, machine is nothing but it is your computer or a mobile device. It may also refer to extensions and helper applications that enhance the browser to support special services from the site. That it is a web client. Now this site, a web server. So this is web server. Web server. A web server is a software and hardware that uses hypertext transfer protocol. Here it is using this kind of protocol, HTTP, hypertext protocol, and other protocols to respond to client. So client is giving the request to the web server. So the web clients are making a request to the web server for some of the informations from its database. So this is a request call and this is a response to this request. Okay, so there are two things it is here happening. One is from the web client, it is making a request to this database via this internet, and internet reaches to this JSP files or Unix server, web server. So then it is connected to a database, Oracle database or any other kind of database. So then through this database it is possible to access in response to this request made by this web client. So here client request made over the World Wide Web. The main job of web server, is to display website content through storing, processing and delivering web pages to the user. Okay, so this way how you are going to communicate between the two hosts or two computers. So globally millions of computers, if it is connected to this kind of a service called as internet. Okay, so through internet it is possible to have communications, and the world is moving towards this advanced technology. Okay, if you come across any kind of confusion among what we have discussed so far, you just comment so that I can rectify your doubts or queries. I can give the answer for your queries. So let me conclude about this topic. It's a very, very important topic. So for MCA aspirants, so you just go through this awareness about this internet, general awareness, so you can attempt, so and then you can get it a good number of marks in your competitive exam. Hope you will be doing best. Thank you. Good night.